This chica. Yo, yo, yo! We've got this. Hi, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. It's Friday. We can't put music on because sometimes Facebook won't let you have it because you've got somebody else's music on. But yeah, I've also got Friday tune in my head. It's Friday. It's 6 p.m. Me and Cheryl have been really busy designing something amazing that we're going to be sharing with you in a few weeks, so we can't even have a drink because we've been so busy working. But we're very excited to share that with you. But we're also very excited. Did you guys see the post that we just sent? Thanks to you and all your help and everything that you've done so far today, we are in, like, what was it? We're number 67 in the overall Audible charts, which is insane. And I do think that'll go up because it hasn't moved, has it, for like hours. So we think that's probably going to shoot up because we know how many of you are sending us messages saying that you've bought, that you've downloaded it. But the bit that we're really chuffed about is when we then looked on, when we go into Audible and look at it, there are like now 4, I think, 5-star reviews, which is just, that's just amazing. Do you know what I mean? Even to get 1 5-star is amazing, but in the first day to get 4 5-star reviews is pretty incredible. And everybody's saying it's like being around the kitchen table with us. That it's like you've gone to work with us, you had your lunch break with us, you're walking around doing your bits and bobs in the house with us. You must be nuts wanting us in your ear all the time.
I mean, you can't get enough of our voices. I mean, who knew? Who knew, Donna, that this would be reality?
Like my husband would love to have less of our voice. More so mine than Cheryl's. But here you guys are. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Deborah. Oh, it's so nice to see you. So Amanda is our amazing makeup artist. So when you see us looking really hotter than we do right now on photos, it's thanks to
no, she hasn't done my makeup today.
No, she hasn't done it today. And unfortunately, she's not coming to Dallas with us. So girls in Dallas, we won't look like we do on the photo shoots, I'm afraid. Hey, Deb.
Just to bust your belief, when you see us in real life, like that's not what we haven't got Amanda with us. But hopefully we can find somebody else to make us look as hot as Amanda does.
So yes, if you know any good makeup artists in the Dallas area, we really want one for when we come and do the retreat with you guys, because we'd like to show up looking our bestest, because you ladies deserve it.
We need a glam squad hiring for the 17th of February.
Yeah,
can our Dallas posse get on it, please?
Yes, come on, Dallas posse. And if you haven't got your ticket for the Dallas event yet, what are you waiting for? Early bird tickets end this weekend, $97, and then that will end. So love listening to the book on Audible. What did you think, Cheryl? Did it just sound like us? Does it just sound like normal?
Yeah, well, we're thinking more, Deborah, like, can we get someone to the hotel room when we know exactly where we're staying? And once we've confirmed it, and to our room. So that we can make our PJs. And then make an entrance, just swan down into it all, titify, whatever that means.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But listen, we wanted to share a memory with you. And do you know what it is? I could kick myself because I've got the piece of paper. I should have brought it in, but it's buried under stuff in the filing cabinet. But when we first started, Cheryl and I started the business in the June. We set it up literally within weeks. We had the idea. We registered with the company's house on the 18th of June, 2018. Was it? 18th, 2018? Yeah, I've just realized that, which is amazing. And we didn't, we kind of knew what we wanted to happen. We knew what the transformation was. We just didn't quite know how we were going to do it. We thought it would be like in group programs. And then we went to a workshop down in London, a retreat. And this is why we say a one-day retreat can change your life. And we went in the October. And at that retreat, that was actually when we met Nick as well, which is amazing. So we met Nick and we met Danielle and Natalie from Boss Babe because they were running the event. And it was just such a brilliant
Andrea was the
yeah. So when Cheryl and I came back, we were like full of beans. We're like, oh my God, that was the first time we're actually entrepreneurs. Like, until that point, we thought we were just these women who left corporate. We're going to give it a year, see how it went, and then maybe have to go back to our jobs. And it was so powerful because the next couple of days we sat with these big A3 sheets we sat in HQ and we wrote out all the things. So like, what is our 3-year vision? Because we realized we were just kind of thinking, we weren't thinking really big at that stage. We were just thinking, how do we make it work? So we sat down with our 3-year vision, and on that 3-year vision, one of our top 3 goals was to write a best-selling book. And I had totally forgotten about that really until Cheryl and I were talking about it before. The hair's up. You can tell we've been working hard. The hair's out of the way. And it's just mental, isn't it? That here we are with the help of Anna. So Anna Parker Naples, who's just joined us. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
It was Anna's company who did our Audible book for us. And I think we're the first to actually go live, aren't we, Anna, for the company? So it was such a pleasure being able to go through that process with Anna and the team, who were just fantastic and made it so much fun, because it's actually, it can be quite a dry process, can't it? Because you just sort of sit and reading words and it has to be quite specific. And we didn't know how to use our voice and all this. And Anna's an expert in the industry. So she was giving us all these tips and strategies and training beforehand on how to kind of use our voice properly and what to do and how to say these things. So it's been so much fun. But yeah, 3 years ago, who knew?
No, and we wrote it down and we knew we wanted to write a book, but we wanted to do lots of other things as well. Have one-on-one clients, launch group programs, have digital products. Like there was lots and lots and lots of things that we wanted to do, which we had to be very strategic with and do it in an order, because you can't do it all at once, to make sure that it worked. And then that just fell in when it was meant to fall in, didn't it? But it wasn't a really conscious thing for the last 3 years. It kind of was out there in the universe, #1 best-selling authors, and now we are. And here we sat here with Anna talking about the Facebook. I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah, we can't see your name. Sorry, who is it? But yes, when the dedication to, that was actually a really special moment when we did that, wasn't it, Cheryl? When we were talking about who we dedicate the book to as well.
Yeah. Because it wasn't something I consciously thought of. It was you suggested it.
But it was that, like, that like, I remember feeling emotional saying that to me was, because now is your time, as you listen to the book, it would never have happened had it not been for Cheryl's dad. Like, it just, it just wouldn't have. Oh, it's Anna saying that. Honestly, it's it wouldn't have happened. So for me, that was the only thing we could have done, So actually speaking those words, Cheryl speaking them at the front, that was one of the times I cried. That was day 1 of recording. I was like a blubbering mess outside the door.
Oh God!
Oh, hi, Ali.
It is emotional. It's emotional, particularly, like, again, because it took us a year to write the book. So when we started writing it, which we'd originally thought, we'll have it bashed out in 6 months with everything else, didn't happen. Obviously, all in divine time, but it took a year to write the book. So then when you come to speak it, because obviously we launched it and you all read it, but we don't go back and read our own book. Do you know what I mean? So when we came to speak it, we'd forgotten, didn't we, half the stuff that
look, we were so glad to stick with that book by the time it hit the shelves. Like, we were glad that because you go through so many different edits. The funny thing was we still found some typos when we're doing this Audible, but never mind.
Yeah.
So much, hi Mel, Happy New Year. So much emotion comes through, and yeah, it will touch lots of listeners. Yeah, and somebody who had actually who got it was listening to it and messaged me saying they felt very emotional listening to the first chapter where I talk about, and I don't want to, not everybody's listened to it yet already, but like that, it was a hard chapter to read. It was a hard chapter to write. It was a hard chapter to read. It's hard for Cheryl to listen to, but it's very easy. And Cheryl and I know this. You come and you look at these coaches and got these business and these women and these, execs, and you think, God, they've got it all going on. And it was just really important to us that we were very, very real about what is going on behind closed doors, what is going on behind the smiles and the mask. Nobody would ever have known that. And that was literally the time that I met Cheryl. So Cheryl got to see me literally at my worst as her point of reference for who I was. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the friendship grew from there. Hi, Randy.
But even like when you read the book as well, some of the things we share were when we set the business up. So it wasn't all, even though we've done years and years of mindset work to get us to the point where we're living our dream, even as part of that journey, you'll hear and read in the book that this still doesn't mean like we're sitting here with everything's all going on all of the time. Like, that's not how it works. Like I said this morning, since we wrote the book, my mum died. So the next book will write. It's going to have a different dedication in. I'm laughing. It's not funny. But I'm just meaning in terms of shit happens, right? Life, it's one of the quotes in there that I love. Like, life will keep life in no matter what. And this is why we always like to bring our stories, emotional, and share them with you, because it's real life.
And we're all going through
detract from where we want to get to, but stuff happens. And we use the tools that we talk about there in the book so that we can keep moving towards our dreams.
Absolutely, because like Cheryl says, life keeps life in, and we always want to share when we are a hot mess with you, those moments we have, the difficulties we have, the struggles we have. That's what the real you is about. It isn't about waiting until life is perfect for you to then emerge like this butterfly. Like, life, has times when it's dark, it has times when it feels tough, it has times when it feels heavy, but from that you will learn so much about yourself. So for us, it was important. The book still had a sense of fun, still had a sense of humor, still had a sense of grit and reality, because we're known for keeping it real. Like, we're not going to bullshit and candy floss everything. Like, that's just not what life is. So when it came to then reading that and speaking it, and it was actually in some ways easier to speak it than it was to write it, because when you're writing it, you're hoping that you get it across. And when we got to speak it, we knew we could be able to like put the energy and the emotion into it so that you could hear what it is we're trying to say, because we can come across like we're being quite hard with you sometimes. It's like, but we really want you to know, if we took these tools and this life guide and made it work for us, then anyone can make it work for them. And that's the whole goal.
Yeah. Randy's on to chapter 7 already. Love it. Send you over the edge. Yeah. Treat fab, Tisha.
Oh, I'm so glad to. Do you know the other thing I love with it is somebody else messaged me before, and she was somebody I knew from corporate life, and she said, I had the book and I read the book. Now I'm doing the book again and doing the exercises, which is how a lot of people read it, which I love. And she went, so now I can listen to it and do the exercises, and that makes me so. And like, if you've got the book, make sure you download your free resources. It's meant to be a thing that you do, not a thing that you just read and put down. Go, oh, that was nice, some interesting stories. Like, do the book. Don't just read the book. Get your free resources.
Because some of our friends are like, I'm just trying to get the next chapter to read more about your story, even though I've been your friend for 20 odd years.
Somebody actually said to us before the message saying, we didn't realize Cheryl was adopted. And like, isn't that fascinating that I think it's because we feel like we talk about our story all the time, but we've put probably even more of it. And when it's in one place, I think sometimes you go, oh my God, yeah. Like, so thank you. And from the bottom of our hearts, like, we're in, I think, and it's like the top 100, isn't it, of bestsellers on Audible, like in the 60s or something. And we know that'll keep going up because America is awake now, as Cheryl always says. So we've got our guys in the States now checking in and lunchtime buying their books. And, thank you to all of our friends who shared it on their Facebooks, and all of you guys like sharing it on Instagram, LinkedIn. There's so many messages. We're going to try and answer them all today. So thank you so much. But for us, it's not a vanity thing. It just means that a lot more people have got the practical strategies that we're giving them in the book in their pocket and in their ear, so that they can then, even if one thing resonates and one thing in their life changes, then it's all worth the time, the effort, the energy, it's all worth it just for one person to have a shift in perspective for us.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Love you all. We're so proud.
Thank
it does
you.
feel like Christmas. I do feel like I need to open champagne or something, I have to say. I haven't, but it does feel like we should. So if you're having bubbles tonight and celebrating on our behalf, please tag me in a photo.
Exactly. Toast us. Toast our Audible book for us. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you for all of your help. Thank you for your support. Keep sharing it. Keep posting it. And we will just keep celebrating with you, because it's just so much more fun doing this with you. It wouldn't be any fun if it was just me and Cheryl going, woohoo, it's on Audible. Like, that would be so boring. It wouldn't mean anything. So yes, thank you very much. And thank you to Anna and the team for helping us get to this stage. We appreciate you so, so much. Thank you. So that's it. Go and have an absolutely amazeballs weekend. We love you. enjoy, become the real you, do become the real you, and just any questions, anything at all, toss me my electrolytes. Well, thank you, darling. That's good. And let us know, and hopefully we'll be seeing some of you in Dallas very soon.
Yes,
Big love,
yes.
guys.
Bye.
See you later.